Stop that for a second. Margaret, you've been a patient of mine for 9 years. Why don't you tell us how you first came to me as a patient?
Oh, okay. I first came when I was having a tooth problem. I had a lot of pain in my gum and tooth, and I went to my family dentist, and he decided to extract the tooth. And halfway in the middle of extracting it, I stopped him and I walked out. And I called 1-800-DENTIST and I gave the criteria for what I was looking for in a dentist. And they directed me to you. And I was quite a shaken patient because I was very afraid of the dentist. And anyhow, you really put me to a lot of ease, and I was able to go through a lot of dental treatments under you, and I can remember many times you were almost patting my hand, trying to keep me calm, but eventually I was able to go through it.
And whatever happened to the tooth that you were having pulled?
Well, amazingly, even though he had already pulled it partially, you were able to save it. And you did a root canal, and you did a great job.
Did you have any pain with the root canal?
Not that I can recall at all.
No. And since that time, what else have we done for you?
Well, I think we've had about 6 root canals.
Okay.
And I think there were about 8, caps that we needed on my teeth. I had quite a bit of dental work, and it took several years. And each time I had to do a little self-talk, and eventually it got much easier over the years. Yeah. And just as a side note, what I was mostly afraid of was the anesthesia, because I had trouble with anesthesia in the past. And you were very patient about finding what worked for me, and taking your time and explaining what you were doing.
Do you remember me using the computerized injection system?
Yes, I do. Yeah, and I remember you saying it goes in more slowly, so it doesn't, kind of jumpstart your system.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, after we did all that, we straightened your teeth. How did we do that?
Well, you did the Invisalign, and it took, I think, almost 2 years, or a year and a half, something like that, and that worked very well. Yeah, no complaints about that at all. It takes patience on the part of the patient. You have to keep at it, but yeah, it worked.
At first you were a little reticent, if I remember correctly.
Well, I was concerned on a lot of levels. Over several years of dental work, it cost a lot of money, and I had to, prepare and plan for that, but it worked.
Right. Now, we really, your mouth looks wonderful. Things have held up very nicely, and you're a completely different patient than when I first saw you.
Probably.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So thank you for being my patient. I truly appreciate it.
Thank you, too.